disappear into the mist. As long as they don't, like, just quit in the middle of the match. Because as far as I can tell, the players have 7 points. Even if they come in 4th, that will be enough to stay in the match. Stay in the tournament and move on to the 3rd round. So luckily, it looks like everybody should be surviving whatever is being given out today. So let's go ahead, Crappy, take us on over. Let's find out what we have here today. Say hello to our good friend and inspiration for last night's grudge match over on the GDQ Hotfix, our dear friend Jeff XVX. Jeff, come here, Jeff. I want to talk to you. I want to go ahead and do a little gossiping. Hi, Jeff. Well, while Jeff moseys on over, I want everybody to know that last night's hotfix was fantastic. We had 2 classic Kusog7ande games. One of them I actually think is a little more on the good side. Fushigi no Yume no Alice, something like that. Alice in Wonderland. And then we also had a Jeff classic Barbarian, the Korean Donkey Kong bootleg-esque video game. No Kuni, I don't know. Fushigi no Alice Kun, Senpai. Jeff, where are you? Where are you, Jeff? Jeff! Let me message him. Jeff! Join voice when you can. And you better be able to soon. Because if not, I'm just going to be blabbering on over here. Blah, 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 blah. McCyborg, you are correct. That Alice game is the one where she gets yeeted and goes flying around the screen. And she also yells at enemies to kill them. It's a fun game. I think that Dragon Dark and Cantaloupe really enjoyed it. At least I hope they did. It's a game that I love. It has a few problems, obviously, but it's a game that I love. And then Spike Vegeta, I think, liked Barbarian. Nuclear actually, I think, saw a little bit more of the game than Spike, and oh my gosh, just being able to see the reactions on camera made me so happy. It was so good. Jeff! Oh, you know what? I don't know where Jeff is. Ring, ring. Ring, 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 ring. Discord. I'm not calling him on a banana phone. I don't have a banana. Oh, wait. No, I had a banana, but I ate it. Thank you, Justin, for pointing that out. I forgot about the banana. That's the banana peel literally sitting right here. I've got several bananas downstairs, but you know what? I guess we'll go ahead and just channel the ether and find out what we have. Okay, I'm reaching out. I've almost caught the idea. I've almost caught it. It's there. Ah! Oh, hello, Jeff. Oh, they can't hear you. Just a second. I messed that up. Do. It's okay. Like, I'm still reaching out through the ether, and I think they can hear you now. I've almost caught it. I almost caught the idea.
You almost caught it.
Yeah.
Well, this game is Catch 'em.
Oh, perfect. Wow, that was amazing.
Not any relation to Ash. In fact, the main character is named Jeff.
Wait, Jeff? Oh my gosh. Jeff, you selfish little beast, you. Choosing a game about you. Do you have a mustache like this guy?
Well, you know, I don't know how much I am like him, but he is my namesake. And I have to admit that was part of the allure of this. Because it will mention several times his name.
Good. Yeah, I'm really excited to find out about this fellow named Jeff. It's not a streetcar named Desire, it's a fellow named Jeff, and that's honestly better than any streetcar you could ask for.
Well, thank you.
It's really good to have you here. Jeff, I know that you watched last night the GDQ grudge match, or Yeah. The hotfix grudge match, and that
was
one of the
fantastic.
games that was one that you had found, the Barbarian.
Yeah, I don't really know why they call it Barbarian, because it's like Donkey Kong, but it was a fantastic show that you and Spike and Nuclear put on. You know, there were other matches, but that was the one that I watched, and I'm glad to have dug up that piece of Korean DOS history.
Honestly, yeah, I one thing that I love about that we don't quite get completely replicated over here on Kusog7ande is that it's a silly thing. You know, we have fun, we just sit down like we're sitting down with friends and playing a game together and laughing about it. And I feel like a lot of the games that appear on Kusog7ande here, because they are in a race setting where the stakes matter, they get a little bit more stressed. But that's just a time for us to laugh and not worry too much about, like, it's a quote-unquote race. But at the same time, because we can hear what the players are saying about the game, we get a lot more live reactions. It's so much fun to me.
I agree. Sometimes during our Kusog7ande matches, I really wish I could be in the room with some of our competitors, seeing what their reaction is.
Yeah, we'll have to. That's something that, like, we've never done before. And it's something that, you know, we may wish to discuss moving forward with when we get to the bracket and stuff. Is it something that maybe one round we want to experiment with? I don't know. But
You mean
with four
having
people.
audio, not having me in their room?
I mean, we will pay you a ticket to go and fly out there and haunt them.
I mean, I can't be in all four places at once. But
well, I've got some scissors. We can sharpen them. Snip, snip, snip. Now there are 4 pieces of Jeff.
I don't like that.
Justin, please don't look at me like that. Okay, we're not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, everybody, for horrifying you this morning. Welcome to Kusog7ande, the Bad Video Game Tournament, where we will not be splitting any bodies in twain at all, I promise. Instead, we will be splitting the souls in twain with the video game called Catch 'em. It makes me... For some reason, I think Squishers, when I hear Catch 'em, if you've ever played Hypnospace, Squishers were very important.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't think it's going to be like that, though.
Yeah, so this is what's going on with the game. I had everybody at the main menu, so it's now in attract mode. So you can see a little bit of what you're going to be coming across in the game, but it sure is special.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be something special. Hey, thank you, Kusog7ande, for working on this. Andreas did a good job. This was a little bit of an odd game to capture, but I think that I've got everything captured. I don't know why, like, just because all of the fonts go to the very border of the window.
Yeah, I don't know exactly why that happens, but...
Because developers,
yes.
In the 90s especially.
I know you had some trouble pronouncing the names. They are German. It's a German company called Prestige Software that made this.
Oh, cool. I love Euro games because they're often very different from what we would get over here.
Yeah, and this game actually was originally made for the Amiga, and this is a port to DOS, which I selected because, you know, it's a worse version of the game.
Okay, people. Oh my gosh, Clades, you can't say that. Clade says that it's time to stimulate the Kusog gland. And, you know, that's part of the reason why I haven't changed the logo, because people have been joking about that so much. Here we go. We're doing the countdown. Get ready. I want you all to spam stuff that you want to catch, everybody. Okay, spam your most catchable emotes right now. Is it gonna be me? My face? Maybe? Is it gonna be Bongo? Because the dinosaur wants to.
You can have apes. You can have baseball bats. You can have inflatable primates. All right, so I had everybody play the intro because I think this is kind of neat.
Okay.
So here you are, Jeff, in your little guard booth at Jay's Zoo. The J is not for Jeff. That's your boss.
Your boss is Jay.
Your boss is Jay. And so you're reading your newspaper or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Did in the 90s, and all of the
enjoy this
are
product.
Aping.
Yeah, they're all two of them got out. Jeez. Hate when that happens.
If you let this intro play for a long time, then they'll continue coming out.
Oh, but more and more? Okay.
That's enough intro for now. Let's get to the game. Good luck, Jeff.
Go, Jeff.
All right, so this game is bad, and it will not be apparent at first how bad it is or why it's bad. So let me take this apart for you. First of all, there's a timer in the bottom left.
Yes.
And the time is very short in this game. So that's going to be a major obstacle. And a lot of the mechanics are designed to slow you down, specifically so that you run out of time.
Okay.
For example, when you fall, there's no fall damage as such, but it takes several seconds for your character to get up. So that wastes a lot of your time.
Okay.
The controls are nonsense. Instead of just having like, a shoot button and whatever, you have to actually hold a direction plus a button. So if you're using a joypad, you're going to have to hit down and a fire button to use your baseball bat.
By the way, Chad is definitely pointing out that the time runs a little bit slower, and it's about 3 seconds per second.
That is intentional. The manual says to expect that.
Yeah, we do have a meme in Kusog7ande. I'm sorry, let me point out the meme of Tim's. And a Tim is actually 3 seconds per second. So this is running on Tim time.
Yes, exactly. So the controls are a little weird, but this game might look at first like it's a platformer. It's actually basically a puzzle game. And if you don't get it right, you will soft lock. So there's going to be a lot of soft locking. So they put in a button to refresh the level because you're going to be constantly soft locking.
I mean, that's how puzzle games go. You got to have that refresh level button. Baba Is You had it.
Yeah, I mean, Baba Is You. Yeah, I guess you could soft lock, but there was a reverse key as well, so you never really were forced to completely restart. But basically what's happening is there are a number of apes on each level, and you need to capture them and put them in the ape place that corresponds to the type of ape. So there's a picture of an ape's face on the different crates. You put them in the right place, and you clear the level by capturing all the apes and putting them in. So each of the apes gets captured a different way. So these ones with the red overalls, you need to place a food bowl down and have them walk into it. And while they're eating, you hit them on the head with a baseball bat, and then you use a net to catch them and then bring them to the location. And various things can cause the ape to come out of your net once you've caught them. There's also a time limit. They finish eating their food in the bowl and walk away. And then that's it. You may not get another opportunity if they eat all the food. The baseball bats break after 2 uses. I don't know why.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, so that's another way that you'll soft lock pretty easily. So some of the other apes you'll see, you don't need to use the food bowl. You just need to whap them over the head with the baseball bat. But there are actually a number of different items that you can pick up that have different uses. So
Okay.
we'll see those. I'll explain them as they come up. The level that Waffle Foxbury is on is the first one where there are bananas. There's a crate
Ooh.
of bananas,
Okay, I like bananas.
which you can see there.
You could
And
catch me with a banana, Jeff. Just
I could.
yeah.
Bananas are not good in this game because you don't eat them. The apes eat them. So what you're going to see is the apes go to the box and pick one up, and they eat it and throw the banana peel. And once they do that, it's just sitting there on the level for you to slip and fall.
Okay.
However, you can pick up the banana. You can carry up to 3 banana peels at a time, and you can place them into the trash. Why you would do that? It's just for points. Doesn't really affect anything.
Is there no use for the banana peel?
No, I mean, it's useful to pick it up because then
Okay.
you're not going to slip on it. But throwing it in the trash only gets you points, and you can't really use it for anything else.
Yeah, that's fair. So it looks like Waffle Fox Brie has caught a monkey. By the way, Justin was a little bit concerned about you catching me with a banana, so you're not allowed to, okay? I'm not... I see you at a GDQ next time. You bring a banana, you're in so much trouble, okay? You're gonna be in trouble, and I'll put you in the Kuso jail. Yeah, prison jail.
Well, I eat a banana every day, but when you're traveling, they tend to get bruised, and
Well-
then they go bad pretty quickly. So I don't bring them with me.
That's probably a good idea. When I have a banana, I have a banana every day. When we have a bunch of bananas at home, I love them. They're like the best.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone in chat has the same kind of thing in their country, but in the United States and a lot of other countries, our bananas are a cultivar called Cavendish, which in a lot of other parts of the world is called a dessert banana. And the word banana in other places refers to what we call as a plantain. So we're talking right now about the sweet ones.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of hate plantains. They taste like bananas if bananas are disappointing. I mean, they're more of a savory banana. It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you fry them in oil and they're great.
I like fried sweet bananas, though. That's where it's at.
Yeah, you can do that, like a banana tempura that you get at Japanese restaurants. Really good.
I had it quite a bit. In Brazil, they would do that fairly often. They'd also put sweet bananas on pizza occasionally. I'm saying sweet banana now just to, like, that's what I mean when I say banana. They put bananas on pizza, and I love that. It's amazing.
I've heard that's a thing in some places in the world. They put lots of different things on pizza, and I've heard about banana being a common one. It sounds like it would make sense as a
It's amazing.
thing to go on there.
Yeah.
What else do they put on pizzas there? Anything else unusual?
Have you ever had stroganoff on a pizza? Because I have, and that was a little weird.
Yeah, I could see that being a little weird.
Yeah.
I mean, not weird, it's just not what I would expect. Is it good?
No, I mean, it tasted like stroganoff.
Well, I would hope so.
So, like, it was accurate, is what I would say. didn't exactly want that when I was eating pizza, though. I wanted something else. Let's see. I think the worst pizza I had in Brazil was tuna. The best, though, was sausage pizza, and in general, when you'd get sausage there, it would be more of the Italian-style sausage. So they would take the length of sausage, sort of a bratwurst-style thing, slice it up, put the slices on the pizza. It's so good. And then also, they'd called it... oh my gosh, where's the word? Chicken catupiry, frango e catupiry. Catupiry is sort of almost a cream cheese, except more liquid style of cheese, and having that with chicken, those two flavors go really well together, and occasionally I'd have that with pizza. And whenever they did stuffed crust, they would put that type of cheese in instead of the mozzarella that you would expect here in the US. It's very different, but honestly, I highly recommend it.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, it's good to always try some weird things with pizza. You never know what's going to actually float your boat. So a couple of other things I want to point out on these levels. There are, I don't see it on the screen right now, but there are nails that you can pick up, and you can use the nails on the box of bananas to prevent the monkeys from being able to take the bananas. So that's useful.
Okay.
There, you can see on Mooware's
don't you want them to take the bananas? Isn't that how you catch them?
No. All they do with the bananas is they eat them and then throw the peel on the ground.
Maybe you should get rid of the banana box.
Well, I mean, that's what you do. You nail it shut with the nails.
Oh, that's right. I saw them do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you get the nails?
They're just one of the items floating around on some of the levels. But since you asked that, some of the items are also available in the van. So I'm not sure if anybody's done that yet, but each level starts with some extra items in the van. So you can go in there and maybe they're nails.
It looks like Clades went in there right now and sees the items. I saw nails in there, yeah.
It's also useful because you can only carry 2 items at a time. So like Clades has 2 baseball bats, so it might make sense to put one in the van so you can carry something else. The thing you use to catch the monkeys is strangely not bananas, but the fruit bowl. A bowl of fruit is definitely a good way to catch a monkey, I'd say. I think so too. But for some reason, when they get bananas, they dance around holding them in their hand first, eat them quickly, and then throw the peels. But with the fruit bowl, they just sit there and chow down while you hit them over the head with the baseball bat. Oh my gosh, that monkey had a banana and just got so distracted, just parading around with this banana. Oh. Clades, watching. Nope, the monkeys are not going to the right side of the screen, but there we go. You got that second monkey there. I like how, like, the monkey delivery location does not correlate at all with the truck location. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why that is. I would think that you should bring the monkeys back to the truck, but I don't know. That's not how they made the game. I've never had to catch a monkey. I wouldn't know. It looks like Waffle Fox has 2 bats picked up. You can store a bat, but you really didn't tell them that, did you? I gave them a link to the manual. So, because the game's very complicated, I didn't want people to miss a mechanic. So they have that. It says in the manual that you can go to the van and put stuff away or take items. Where's the link? I don't see it. Oh, it's in the match. Okay, let me pin that. Yeah, it's pretty early on. One thing you'll see on Muware's screen is the skull on a stick on the left-hand side. And what you do with that is when you place it somewhere and one of the monkeys sees it, they get scared and turn around and walk the other direction. So it's a mechanic that's kind of reminiscent of Lemmings, right?
Okay.
And that's an important puzzle element for two reasons. One is that it helps you save time by making sure the monkey is where you want them to be and not just roaming around and needing to chase them down. It's also really helpful because you're going to need to make sure that one of the orangutans, I think, I don't know, the one in the tutu, the large one in the tutu, needs to be facing in the right direction and moving to the right place. So having the skull makes sure that happens.
Gotcha. I'm reading the manual. It seems a little like it didn't have the best English translation, but I kind of like it still.
Yeah, they wrote the manual in German and French and not English. So this is a rough translation.
Well, I'm going to read it exactly the way that it appears here. The instructions here. Jeff is a warder in a zoo. While he's busy checking out his latest game magazine, 10 apes decide to leave the zoo and have some fun in the surrounding area. Some end up in the forest, some in a disused mine, and the rest go sightseeing in the local town. If Jeff wants to keep his job, he must round up these miscreants and get them back before his boss finds out. Jeff has all sorts of goodies to hand in his truck and also scattered around the place to help him trap the naughty apes. Please be careful when using the bat to stun some of the apes. Jeff's boss won't be happy with dead apes, nor will the WWF, no doubt. Oh no. Can you kill the apes in some cases?
No.
Oh.
No, that would be wrong.
I mean, it would be wrong, but it implies that you can.
Well, no, it implies that you're not going to, because that would get you in trouble with the boss.
Yeah, that's true.
And for those who are wondering what WWF...
the World Wildlife Foundation.
This is from when WWF was referring to that and not
it still is. Like WWE is the Wrestling Foundation.
Yeah, the wrestling had to change.
Yeah.
Because of the World Wildlife Foundation.
Well, you can't have two groups with the same three letters. I mean, what, 3 letters? That's at least like 1 million combinations, right? That you can get, so there's no excuse.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see, a couple other things to note. On Muware's screen, you see these things in the background. There's like a fire extinguisher and like gemstones. They're just in the background and don't do anything. One of the things I really didn't like about this game is that it doesn't really make that clear what's in the foreground and what's in the background.
Yeah. By the way, I was looking at the game box again that you sent out, and Jeff is really creepy looking. No offense, Jeff. Let me pull that up. No, that's George Costanza. Just a second. Catch him. Where's the... Here we go. Okay, there. Jeff. Absolutely horrifying. Okay. Like, look at this kid. Jeff, I'm so glad that you are not related to this Jeff.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. As it turns out that in the US, your first name, you're not related to everybody who shares the first name, which is convenient.
Yeah, it works the other way around.
People would rather have the George Costanza. See, I gave you a little eye candy, everybody, before you have to view this horror. Yeah. Yeah, see? Let me do the little swap back. Much better, right? Yeah. Yeah, much better.
Everybody's on the same level right now, and this one is a little tricky. Some of the players have figured out how it works. The trick here is that the ape in the tutu moves ladders, and so it's not apparent, but what you're supposed to do is have the ape taken from the platform she's on, then placed on the ground underneath, and then walk in the direction of the ladder, and then she'll move it over to the right-hand side.
That's actually kind of a cool little mechanic.
I think it's a neat mechanic, but if you don't recognize that and you capture her and put her in the crate, that's well, I mean, I guess
you can't get to the crate. There right. She goes. She's moving the ladder. So it's actually impossible to soft lock in that regard. But it's very easy to get confused.
Yes, indeed. And the players seem to have gotten that concept, and so now it's just trying to finish this level within the amount of time you have allocated. And I think sort of the key to doing that for me was placing that skull on a stick.
The skull on a stick?
Yes, or monkey head on a stick. I mean, it looks more like a skull, but monkey head on a stick. That's what scares them. I found it more convenient to put that on the right side, near where the waterfall is and the do not drink sign.
Yeah, I could. That makes sense to me. By the way, I'm looking up this company a little bit. Prestige Software. They made other games like Doofus, which I'm just bringing up because I saw the title screen for this game, and it's probably the best title screen I have ever seen. Look at this Doofus here.
Oh, and Clade's just finished the level.
Oh, good. Good.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's great. Yeah. Little Doofus there. People are saying it's been on Kuso before. I'm not. It probably has, but I forget. But yeah, apparently the dog is a doofus, so there you go.
What a good dog.
No, he's a doofus.
Well, he's a doofus and a good dog.
Okay. I mean, you can be both a doofus and a good dog.
So now that Clades has cleared that level, we're introduced to the next ape, which is one of them's supposed to be a gorilla, and one of them's supposed to be an orangutan. So I think this is the big one is the gorilla, would be my guess.
Okay.
Gorillas are really big. But there's nothing special on this level. You just hit the gorilla over the head with a baseball bat, just like you would with the orangutan. But in future levels, there are how do I put this? Inflatable lady gorillas.
Okay, do you use those to trap the gorillas?
Not so much trap, but temporarily enamor them until the doll breaks. However, you can put an actual female, like a live female gorilla nearby, and then that lasts much longer than the inflatable one.
Okay, I mean, that's true in most cases. I mean, even in real life, most people figure out the plastic feminine ape pretty quickly. At least I do.
Yeah.
I stopped being enamored. Like, give me like 30 seconds. Bam, I'm done. No more enamor.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit less than 30 seconds in this game.
Yeah.
That would be entirely too long for these levels where they give you like 2 minutes to finish the whole thing. I think the level that Clades is on, I actually didn't find this one too difficult. It was a little bit annoying because there are a lot of things to keep track of.
There are a few moving parts, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that ladder at the bottom going back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, so this is one of the levels where you have to do things in the right order, because once you capture the orangutan, then the ladders won't move anymore.
Yep.
But yeah, I think I got a bit stumped on the level that the remaining 3 competitors were on, and I had Dowolf play this, who also found that level a little bit frustrating.
Yeah, I can see it being a little bit annoying, having to figure out that you need to capture the 1 ape in the 2-2, put it down on the bottom level, and sort of let it do its thing, going back and forth. At the same time, I would worry a little bit more about time, but time is much more generous than it appears, especially when you've got lag frames.
Yes. Just in case anybody's interested, if we do end up with a tie, meaning people having gotten to the same level, it will be determined by who captured the most apes on the level. And hopefully we won't have a further tie. I think that once we get past this level 6 that the 3 competitors are on, there'll be a little bit more of a spread.
Yeah, Clades having to start this level over again. Not a huge surprise. It's a little rough trying to figure out exactly what to do. You do have the button to start the level over. Here's the deal, Jeff. I actually don't think that's a problem that you can soft lock when you're playing puzzle games. It's understandable that it's going to have that. Having limited lives when you're playing a puzzle game where you're going to have to start over is a little bit more of a concern, but at the same time, you've got passwords, so, I'd call it more an annoyance than anything else. I'm mildly annoyed.
I mean, that's my overall take on this game, is that it's mildly annoying because there's so much to remember that just sort of unnecessarily so. They could have really streamlined a lot of this, and some of the things are neat, but there's just too much going on. I don't really know why they needed to have the trash can for the bananas, for example. I mean, yeah, it gets you points, I get that, but it's, there's just a lot of bloated features in this. But yeah, I agree with you. Having 3 lives is not ideal for a puzzle game.
It's not, but if you can get back in quickly with a password, I guess it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I really actually like the concept of this game. I think the puzzles are kind of neat. It just is not executed well at all. There are just a lot of things that make it really frustrating.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have enough to make up for it. It doesn't have amazing music or graphics or something that would make me feel these are, I mean, they're not bad, right?
The music's fine. It's not offensive. I'm still listening to it, and I'm not bored of it yet. I'm not asking to mute the stream at this point, which is great.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just,
it's okay.
Not going to make up for some of the flaws in this. But I think it's, fairly apparent now why I picked this game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. One thing that I noticed, by the way, one of the people who did the art for this actually moved on and did a lot of the art direction for various Divinity 2 games, as well as Dawn of Discovery, Anno 2070 and also Anno 1404 History Edition. So actually, the artist for this game did a lot of work and has been doing a lot lately as well, up to 2020.
Yeah, I mean, there seem to be some talented people who worked on this, and part of the issue is it's just DOS. This is what you had.
Yeah, for 1992, this isn't the ugliest DOS game out there by far. Sure, the waterfall is static, but at the same time, when you're making a game for various PCs that are going to have all types of different specs, you think it's a nightmare these days to deal with every individual graphics card. Oh, you did not live in the 90s.
Yes, that's true. Also, remember, this is, like I mentioned, was originally an Amiga game, so this is a port. So they had to deal with, going from, I guess, a more standard system that you get on Amiga to who knows what you're going to get on an IBM PC.
Yeah, the conversion was done by some group named Elcom. And I don't know anything about Elcom.
It's competent, right? It's just not perfect.
Yeah.
And so, as between two choices, I picked the lesser competent one for them.
I searched for Elcom, and the first thing that I got besides a suggestion to search for Elmo instead is 3DO, and I'm a little bit concerned because it looks like they may have made some games for the 3DO. Interactive movies. Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, Elcom, I like you.
Does it indicate if they were a German company as well?
As far as I can tell, they were a Japanese company.
Oh, cool.
As far as I can tell, but I'm not sure. Ooh, and apparently the US sued them? What? Okay, United States versus Elcom Limited. Because Elcomsoft is a Russian software company. Okay, they're a Russian company that was selling software that enables users to strip user restrictions imposed by the publishers of Adobe eBooks.
I know, that makes more sense.
Okay, so if they did the conversion for this and then later were working specifically to allow people to access ebooks, they basically include the ability to prevent unauthorized copying, distribution, and printing. Come on, you can photocopy a book.
Well,
maybe you shouldn't sell it, but for educational purposes. Hey, working at a university, do you know how many times I went to the photocopy machine? And for those cases, it was illegal as well as necessary because I did not have the money to get all of that stuff.
Sure. Well, IP stuff is maybe an issue we shouldn't get into too much right now, but I am interested in if that is in fact the same company that did the localization. There might be some other companies with the same name out there.
Okay. Yeah, it might not be the same company. Huh. It's hard to, it's a pretty generic name. As far as I see, there was also some Wii controller made by a company named Elcom that may have been a different company. There's a Twitter account with Elcom, the first cloud-based procurement technology company. You know what? If you want to go ahead and make the vaguest name possible and do a conversion from Amiga to DOS, just warp back to the 90s. You got it.
Yeah, electronic communications. That clearly could mean anything.
Yeah, technically we are doing LCOM right now, Jeff.
This is true. So is chat?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're all LCOM. We are all catch 'em. We're wait. We are all in a way. We are all Jeff. This guy right here. Oh, I hate him. I hate him so much.
I mean, you know, he's not as bad on the screen in the gameplay. I don't know why they made an advertisement that is so much worse than the actual gameplay. Usually it happens the other way around.
Yeah, you know, now then again, if you've ever played Mega Man, Mega Man 1, we're talking about Mega Man 1, the art is horrifying. Box art, I feel like box art is a lost form now that things have moved mostly digital, but you still do get banners on Steam and such, and we need more horrifying art for those banners. Just something eye-catching that disturbs people and makes them think, I need to click on this.
Yeah, I mean, disturbing works a little bit more where, like, it's a game about, like, dragons or shooting people or whatever. These are just, like, some cute monkeys. I don't really see the need to have made it so disturbing. But...
Nobody wants to play a game about a zoo, okay? Let me be honest. Unless you are managing a zoo, nobody cares. But if you have this, I'm at least going to stop and look at the box, okay? I'm going to be like, what the crap is this? And then I'll take a look, and if it's more interesting to me, then maybe I'll go and buy it. The main function of advertising is to get people to stop and think a little bit more about it, right? If you're gonna have a generic zoo game, at least make people stop in their tracks.
Sure. I mean, that is a theory of advertising. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how well this game actually sold, though. You know, might have helped if it was a good game, but...
Yeah, but it's not the worst game. And for 1992 standards, I say this almost holds up. Like, I actually prefer this to a lot of what I would call collectathons, because it does have the puzzle elements in them. In this, you have to think a little bit about what you're doing.
Yeah, I actually like that, because it's not apparent when you first start that it's going to be a puzzle game. You know, looks like, okay, it's just some sort of easy platformer collectathon.
Clades, by the way, typing in Discord and saying, I don't like this anymore.
So here's the thing, like, I found this actually kind of fun early on, up through, like, basically the level that they're all on right now.
Okay.
Where it just started to get too hard and too tedious. And, you know, like, if it wasn't for the time constraint, I think it would be a lot more fun.
That makes sense. Yeah, the time constraints. I feel like there are very few cases for puzzle games where the time constraint is actually worthwhile. Unless it's a puzzle stage that is optional, like a bonus stage. Sure, right. Go ahead and throw a timer up. But if it's a required stage, just take the timer out. This is 2022. Why do you have a timer on a puzzle stage?
Well, sure. In 1992, it was
1992. Okay, yeah.
It's a little more excusable, but also, like, it does serve some purpose, right? Like, it's not just a time limit for the sake of having a time limit. It relates to the mechanics, right? Because it makes it that when you fall and it takes some of your time away.
Stunned. Yeah.
Yeah, you get stunned. So, you know, that it actually ties into the mechanic. As well as, like I was mentioning before, with, like, you want to put the skull on a stick in the right place so that you can catch the apes much more quickly. So, like, it makes sense why they have a time limit. It fits in with the mechanics. However, it makes the way it's done, it just makes the game unfun, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I guess I could agree with you there. Fine. The timer's acceptable, but unfun.
Yes.
Doesn't that make it unacceptable then?
No, I mean, like, it's a rational thing, and it integrates well with what they have.
Why not have, like, each level? This is something that a lot of games have recently done, you know, that you can beat a level, but then there are challenges to get, like, 3 stars on the level. Beat it in a certain amount of time.
That would be a great idea. That wasn't really a thing.
Well, I'm trying to give the 1992 devs some ideas, and they're just not listening.
Yeah, well, maybe when they remake this. Like, this is something that I could see with a remake actually being really good.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you fix the controls, you make the platforming smooth, you improve the graphics, and, you know, streamline some things. And then, Leah, I think you're right as far as how to deal with the timer, or like just have it like in easy mode without a timer, something like that. But yeah, I like the achievements.
Yeah, I think that that allows people to sort of do things at their own rate and make mistakes, but also gives awards for people who do want to optimize and learn the more in-depth mechanics. Even though I don't play a lot of mobile games, at the same time, like when Angry Birds came out, especially the free versions, they had a lot of fantastic level designs that allowed you to experiment and figure out what was going to be the best way to clear a level with, like, in the most optimal way. I feel like some mobile games did that perfectly.
Yeah. You know, maybe somebody will be watching this and say, hey, I bet with some really good routing, this game could be finished very efficiently, and therefore I want to speedrun it. Just
I actually think this game, like, it would be interesting because less about, like, necessarily perfect execution, at least in the early stages, and more just what order do I do things, where do I put everything, what is going to minimize my time loss. It could be interesting. I don't think I would be interested in this game, but that's the thing with Kusog7ande games. Some games catch people's eyes in a way that it doesn't catch other people's eyes, you know? And so if it catches your eyes, great.
Yeah, I'm always surprised that some of the stuff I throw out there. I mean, I think that the things I pick are generally actually fun, or up to a point. And, you know, so a lot of people end up speedrunning them or playing them again after the competition. So, you know, I always like seeing that. And, yeah, I think this would be a totally fine game for somebody to do that with. But the problem is that there are 37 levels. And so an actual speedrun of this would probably take a while. I mean, you could do them, I don't know, maybe a minute each, but it's a lot. It would be a lot to have to remember.
Oh yeah, for sure. By the way, everybody, this is Kusog7ande. We are currently doing a 4-way blind race of this game called Catch 'em for DOS. What that means is that the players have not seen or played the game before. They are getting their first experience. In general, Kusog7ande is about games that are less known, and usually on the scale of good to bad, they're bad. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're unenjoyable. and this game definitely has some redeemable qualities to it. Now, nobody is going to be eliminated due to this match because the players have 7 points. In order to be eliminated in round 2, they must get a total of less than 9 points. And whoever comes in last today will get 2 points added to their score, or bringing them to a total of 9, which is fine. They'll still be in. Have a little bit more of a struggle during round 3, but they are still safe today. With that said, Clades is in the lead and is definitely showing what a pro zookeeper is all. I mean, if you were a pro, you wouldn't let the monkeys escape in the first place. What an amateur zookeeper is all about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So actually now we are introduced to this alarm clock, which extends the time you have on the level. So that would be a really helpful thing for Clades to pick up. But I think it's really cool that it's such a close race.
Yeah. 3 out of 4 players on the same stage. Clades only 1 level ahead. Clades did take a while on the previous stage, though, so I would be... If one of the players clears it quickly, they'll have made up a lot of time.
Yes. Yeah, and, the tiebreaker, who knows how that's going to go, because you don't necessarily need to have figured out the whole level to pull ahead by capturing more apes on the level.
Just get a few of them.
Yeah, so that's a strategy they might need to think about. Like, gee, as time is running out, I'm probably not going to get to the next level, so maybe focus on maximizing the number of apes instead of trying to actually clear the level.
Yeah, that's fair. It looks like DePatman is delivering one of the apes down I'm not sure why. I mean, it gives you time to go and to do something else. Maybe catch one of the other apes walking around back and forth. That's fair. There we go. DePatman putting the food down, catching the cute little chimpanzee, and time to go and find which jail. Gotta put that one in. There we go. There's the right monkey jail. Ha-ha! I feel like out of all the different cages I could be put in a jail, or in a zoo, not in a jail. What am I talking about?
I mean, zoos are...
I would not want to be put in the monkey enclosure. People would make fun of me. They'd be like, hey, look, there's a monkey. And then all of the monkeys will make fun of me as well. Everybody, it's like around the clock mocking me, and I'm not going to take it.
Sure. I mean, the nice thing about being with the monkeys, though, is it's socially acceptable to throw your poop.
I mean, that's true. But I don't want to. That's really gross.
Well, you maybe you would want to if you were in the zoo.
I would want soap. I would want to wash my hands. And
you do that too.
Do the monkeys wash their hands? I know, raccoons wash stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
You could put me with the raccoons. That'd be fine. Just give me a little bit of distance. I'll stay away from them. They'll stay away from me unless they're really, bored.
I don't know that I trust foxes with raccoons, but,
I am a human being, okay? I'm a human being. You can't just put imaginary Brossentia in there. You got to put real Brossentia.
You want me to put real Brossentia?
I don't want you to put...
zoo?
No, I don't want to go to the zoo. But if I had to be, I think raccoon enclosure would be better than the monkey one.
Okay. Fair enough. Most of the raccoons I see are not in enclosures, though. They're at large.
Then I could be at large as well. That's fine. I'll just run around with the raccoons. We'll form our own little colony somewhere. I like this idea. Okay,
Sure.
thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome. So we're down to the last 12 minutes here.
Nowhere just was down to 2 seconds left and was like, I can't do anything. I'm just gonna try to whack this chimpanzee with the stick. It didn't work.
Yeah, they jump when you try and whack them. I guess to indicate that what you're doing is ineffective rather than that you're just missing them. So I guess that's a nice touch.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm excited. Today's a good day. Last night was a great time. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. For the people who've dropped subs, usually I don't talk too much about that because we've got matches going on and I want to focus on that, but much love to all of you. And I love stumbling across games that I've never known anything about. And again, for a game that sort of functions as a collectathon, I usually don't like games where I can use the term collectathon, but this has enough puzzle elements that it doesn't even make me feel like that's what it is, you know?
Yeah. It's a neat blend of different genres. They had good ideas. The execution just could have been improved.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like video games don't have to be perfect, It's better to finish something and ship, get something that basically works, considering that this was originally made for Amiga. Maybe the move over to DOS could have been a little bit more polished, but at the same time, like, if you're not charging $50 for a game, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're not a AAA company.
But they are named Prestige Software, so
Stupid corporate names. Oh my gosh. Okay. Like, I love video game companies that, like, don't understand what people care about. They're like, let's go ahead and name... it's like naming your company Synergy Interactive. I think that's a good name, because corporations need synergy. Don't you think, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, synergy is a good thing. And when I'm thinking about what I want in video games, it certainly comes to mind that I want the company to synergize with their things.
What's the new corporate, like, tech corporate buzzword? Like, I feel like big data is out.
I mean, like, blockchain's like a big thing. Not so much a buzzword, but like the actual technology.
Sales Curve Interactive. If you were making like a sales simulator, then you could get away with that, but that's it. That's basically it. Web 3.0. How about Game 3.0? Oh, there we go. Bam. Game 3.0 Interactive Software Limited.
I mean, I remember back, around the like Windows 3.1 era where like the big keyword was multimedia. Like there's graphics and there's sound. Like, yeah. So that's multimedia. That's what everybody wants, right? Multimedia is the future.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's the future. Stream Hatman, thank you for the raid. Come and enjoy us talking about how multimedia is the future. What's that even mean? Multimedia. It's one media, computer.
Yeah, it had something to do with like around the time that CD-ROMs were becoming popular, that you would have, video, pictures, audio, all that in one program. But I think it was just a kind of meaningless buzzword that everybody wanted to use. Oh, and media rich. That was another thing at the time.
Media rich? My games are media poor. Or media average. Media middle class.
Yeah, it is, if you go back and like look at commercials or
Hey,
read
the Patman is moving
advertisements.
on to the next level. The Patman has a very clear second place.
Yeah, and with 7 minutes left, we'll need to pay attention to how many apes they're able to capture.
Yeah, we got to see, like, Clades is still definitely in the lead. The Patman 1 level behind in second place. Waffle Fox Bree and Mooware in third and fourth, though I'm not exactly sure which order. Both of them are making a fantastic push to try to get through this. Oh my gosh, I think Mooware is close to beating the level. But you gotta hurry. Look, the time. It's all about the time.
It is. Yeah, I mean, this is this is great.
Oh my gosh, Mooware,
They're
you gotta
first and
jump up
second
there. Jump up there. Oh, you made it. Oh. Woo. Okay, there we go. Mooware is in third place.
All right, American.
Hedge Maze, I see you in chat, and Waffle Fox is doing so good, but unfortunately is in fourth right now, and I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed for you, my friend, that Waffle Fox can make a little bit more progress. Still, like, I feel like everybody has done pretty well figuring out the puzzles in this game. It's not straightforward, like, at all.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this is not something I would have given out for round one, and this is a 7-point match. So everybody came in second place in their first match, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know who the players are in advance of picking a game, but you know, these are some very good competitors that we have.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so I found some of the most annoying business buzzwords of 2021. Okay, number one, new normal.
Okay.
Okay, I could imagine New Normal Interactive. That could be a good company name. Okay, Synergy, obviously. Circle
Right.
Back. Circle Back Entertainment. Ooh, yeah. Take this offline. Wow, that's... Okay, that's fine. Pivot.
Yeah. I always hated Out of Pocket.
Out of Pocket, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm going to be unavailable.
Unprecedented interactive multimedia. Ooh. Okay. Bandwidth entertainment. Yeah. Work from home. Game from home. Ooh.
Game
Okay,
from
that
home?
would be... What?
Yeah, I think a lot of people game from home. That would be
Game
meaningful.
from home. That would be a good... I would be surprised if there's not a company already named Game from Home.
Or game at home with like a little at sign.
I want from, because work from home is the term. We have game at home. Yeah, you want to know what game you have at home? It's this boy. It's this Jeff. This is the Jeff that we have at home, okay? Yeah, you wanted to buy a new Jeff? You're not getting him.
I was gaming outside today. I got my my Pokemon Go. I was going around catching Pokemon. It's this weekend is the Pokemon Go World Championships, so they had some specials happening for that.
What does that mean? How can you be a world champion in Pokemon Go?
Well, because they're battles, just like other Pokemon games.
I've never... Well, okay, I guess I haven't played too much Pokemon. Anyway, blah. What's happening, Jeff? Everybody, all three except for Clades are on the same level again. And I love it.
What's happening is your screen's...
Oh, you can see it now. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
You can blame Crappy. Like, literally, it is his fault this time.
Okay. I mean, Crappy's living up to their name.
I feel like that's true.
All right.
Okay, go on.
All right, so let's summarize what we have so far, because I think we have a couple of people on the same.
Yeah, DePatman, though, moving on to the next level, one level behind Clades. Clades has been basically the leader of the pack for quite a while. And it's not too much of a surprise. Clades is really good at games, and really good at these blind races. So seriously, great job.
Yeah, this is a toughie. So DePatman just went on to level 8, and Clades is on 9, I think. And I don't remember Waffle Fox and Mooware, which levels. They're on the same level.
Yeah, they're on level 7, I believe.
So 2 people on 7, 1 on 8, and 1 on 9. Very close match, but we'll need to probably review the tapes for Waffle Fox and Mooware to see who got more apes.
Yeah, except that Mooware just beat the level.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, like, it is just a very slim change in 3rd and 4th rank. Well, then again, Mooware has been a little bit ahead of Waffle Fox Bree for quite a while. She doesn't have a chance of catching all of these chimpanzees. There are just too many in order to get all. Well, I mean, there's a cage right there. Nah, there are too many. Too late.
Yeah.
Sad day. I think that the order is pretty clear. Clades in the lead, DePatman 2nd, Mooware 3rd, Waffle Fox Bree in 4th, and that, my friends, is Tim. Which we had a lot of Tim today.
We did.
Yeah. Tim, in Kusog7ande terms, is when the timer takes 3 seconds in order to move 1 second on the in-game time. So it was pretty accurate when the lag got up there. Clades putting a spinning frog on the screen. And I think that is pretty much... I see no connection. There's no connection. Maybe Clades likes frogs?
It looks like...
It's a good frog.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me go ahead and invite Clades in to come and chat. Clades first, DePatman 2nd, Mooware 3rd, and Waffle Fox Bree 4th. Yeah, how do you feel that the players did today? Okay, cool, Jeff.
Sorry, I didn't. I
what is Waffle Fox Bree doing? What?
I have pushed to talk and I didn't push.
No, you gotta push.
I thought this was Waffle Fox. I thought this actually went really well. They all did great. I was kind of worried people were going to get stuck on like level 5, but people eventually got past that. Nobody got walled by it, and I was particularly impressed. Like, Clades got really far.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that.
Clades did extremely well, and Clades is here. Hello there.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, despite your complaints.
Oh, that level just threw me for a real loop. The one where you
yeah.
have to use the one bowl for 2 monkeys. Yeah, I had fun. There's 3 things not great. The controls are sort of atrocious in every way you can imagine.
Yeah.
It'd be real nice if it ran well. And then a couple of levels so far, the design of the level hasn't been too great, but it's pretty fun overall. I had a good time.
Well, that sounds like perfect Kuso. Fun, but flawed.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's sort of my thought. And honestly, I talked about this during the match quite a bit. I hate collectathons. I think this is a widely known thing. But this game doesn't feel like, even though it has the elements of a collectathon, it doesn't have the feel because of the puzzle elements there being very strong, as well as everything that you're collecting just moving around the screen, going to different locations. It had enough elements of various genres that it kept me interested, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I might actually end up finishing this at some point. even with the bad controls.
Do you know how long it is, Jeff?
Yeah, it's 37 levels.
That's a pretty good length.
Yeah, you got, I think, about a fourth of the way through. Yeah, it's definitely doable. Waffle Fox Bree, I see you in chat. Oh my gosh. Honestly, there were 3 of you right towards the end on the same level. And I was like, whoever figures this out first. It was the one that took you a long time to get through, Clades. I believe level 7.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Where you're outside and there's the big gorilla as well as the orangutan moving the ladder back and forth.
And you just have one food bowl for 2 chimpanzees.
Yep. That is the one that took everybody a long time. And I was like, come on. Muware beat it, and right after, like, okay, DePatman beat it and had a pretty solid second place, and we were waiting to see who was going to finish it next, if Muware or Breed would. I honestly didn't think there was going to be another clear because it was getting close to the end and they hadn't been on that level for very long. But then Muware beat it, bam! And then Waffle Fox Bree beat it, bam! And we had a 3-way tie again. The end had some pretty great moments, but Clades, you just were in the lead so long. Nobody really had a chance of touching you. So, like, seriously, great job there.
So, Clades, is this generally the kind of game you think you're pretty good at, like puzzle platformers, I guess you'd call it, or is that not really your genre?
They're enjoyable. I don't know if I play a lot of them. This felt like the game I've done, like I felt I did best at out of all the games I've played for Kusog7ande so far. So I felt very comfortable with it at any rate.
Great. Like, I try and pick things that are a variety of game types so that people with all sorts of different kinds of skills can excel at something. Not everything's just a straight platformer.
Yeah. And I really like that, the melding of genres. Well, Clades, let people know a little bit about you, because you've been here for a while with Kusog7ande. I believe that you've played in Mystery Tournament as well, is that right?
No, I haven't.
What?
I've just been here for Kusog7ande 6. That was my first participation.
Okay, so you joined last year, and this year you're already doing pretty well. Second place for the first match, if I'm remembering correctly, and first place for this one.
I'm doing a little better than I was at this point last year.
Yeah, so you've got a pretty good chance. If you keep this up, you can make it into the bracket. It's getting really exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, cool. So what
Hopefully I won't sleep through a match this time, too.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that might help, Clades.
That's
my
what
gosh.
knocked me out last year.
Well, it happens to the best of us. Just gotta set that alarm. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Is there anything that you need to plug? Anything that you've got going on your channel, or that you're being a part of these days?
No, I don't have too much going on. Just, playing this, playing that, not really streaming anything or to speak of.
Okay. Well, that's completely fine. Honestly, there are some people who join who, don't do too much outside of Kusog7ande, and that is completely cool. If you do have anything else going on, though, it's always exciting. I don't know what it is about your frog spinning that you always put up on the screen. You like that frog?
Oh yeah, I'm a big frog person, and this one seems to be pretty popular.
I see that you've got Kermit there.
And he's animated.
Oh yeah, if you hover over him, right? Maybe? Yeah. Oh geez, yeah, if you hover over him on Discord, he is freaky. So yeah, everybody go to Discord and hover over Clade's icon there, and you're in for a nice surprise. Oh, one of my favorite things, I think I was playing VR chat as Kermit the Frog, and that was fun. I think playing as Grover, though, is my favorite character. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Thank you so much, Clades. It was great to have you. And Jeff, thank you for the game. I very much enjoyed this. It was a fascinating game that I never knew anything about.
You're so welcome. I also want to just briefly thank DoeWolf and Corndan for testing out the game. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
DoeWolf. Thank you, Corndan. It's always great that GMs have helped make sure that this is a game worthy of Kuso.
It was. All right, take care, everyone.
Take care, Jeff. See you, Clades.
Take care.
Well, everybody, we are on the 7th year of Kusog7ande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. We are currently on the second round of the group stages. People are starting to get eliminated if they fall under 9 points on the second round. As long as they manage to get at least 9 points, that is taken at least 2/3 or a second and a fourth, then they will move on to round 3. So let's not dilly-dally. I want to go ahead and reveal the game. Oh, by the way, Waffle Fox Brie, you did take last in this match, but because you took second in your first match, you've got a total of 9 points. You are still safe in the tournament, so good job. You get a third game. Thumbs up. Woo! Trisha Bunny, thank you for that sub, as well as to Patman and everybody else who has supported that I wasn't able to shout out. You are all the best, and you're keeping me able to do this full time.